All right, today's guest is a true warrior, seasoned MMA fighter with battles in LFA, Combate Global, BKFC, and obviously UNF. I don't think he's been in a boring fight, known for his grit and resilience. This guy fights with heart in and outside the cage. And guess what? Next UNF show, he'll be fighting for a UNF title. Our guest today, Tommy Aaron.
Tommy.
Salute.
My man.
It's really early in the morning right now, guys. I don't know. It's a little early for me.
Yeah, Tommy, you're a fucking soldier, bro, to get up this early, come and do the podcast. We really appreciate you.
Of course. Thanks for having me. I mean, I'm an early riser anyway. So
What time do you get up?
like 6.
Okay.
Yeah. The babies kind of wake up at like 7. So I'm up at like 6. The wifey's probably up even earlier. And then I have a crazy Rottweiler who's always waking us up early. So I'm just kind of awake.
You can't even sleep in more if you wanted to.
I say like I don't sleep. I just go on standby. Like I'm on standby all the time, 24/7.
So how many kids do you have?
I have 2 twins, identical twin boys, David and Daniel.
Wow, Ryan's a twin, bro.
Yeah, a fraternal though, right?
Yeah. Are your twins kind of similar, or are they
They're
very
completely
different?
They're completely different.
It's like you always see that with like all twins I know, at least like they're just two different sides. You know what I mean? Like me and Kobe, completely different.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yin and yang, that's for sure.
But what's it like for you dads, like having to, you get the news you're gonna have twins, and then it's double duty, double the work essentially. Like, how's that for you guys?
Double
How'd you find out that you were having twins?
Bro, I actually found out on the phone and how my wife found out was even funnier. So she's going to the doctor to get the belly scan.
Yeah.
To like check the heart rate and all that. And the nurse thought that my wife knew. So she goes,
This is so funny.
So she's like scanning her belly, and the nurse is like, "Oh wow, that's great. Baby A heartbeat real strong, and then baby B also really strong heart rate."
Had to have been tripping out,
and my wife is just like,
"Excuse me,
rewind, like baby A." She's like, "Yeah, baby A strong heartbeat, baby B as well, very strong heartbeat," and my wife is like, what? and she's like, "Yeah, you're twins. You didn't know you're having twins?" And my wife was just like, "No." And she calls me, and then she's like, "Yeah, so did you look at the picture I just sent you?" And I'm like with the dog in the backyard. I'm like doing something. I'm like, no, I didn't see it. And she's like, "Open up your messages." And I go and I scroll, and I just see like the embryo, and then the baby, and then another embryo and another baby, and she's like, "We're having twins," and I tell you know how everybody's like, we're not ready for a kid. Well, I was like the most extreme of not being ready for a kid, and then 2 kids on top of it.
Yeah, that's
so you should just see my face, bro. Like in the cartoons, like the dude's tongue dry and it rolls all the way down, bro. That was me. My heart sank to my belly. And I was just like, and then like I hung up and I just sat there and I just stared into space. I was just like, I don't think I moved for like 5 minutes. I just was staring. I was like,
were you overwhelmed? Just like,
beyond overwhelmed, because I was just not in a good spot in my life at the time. So I was just like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think I just started praying. I think like after I kind of like snapped out of my trance, I was just like, I just started praying. I was like, Please, Heavenly Father, give me what I need to take care of these babies.
No, it's funny because we have a similar story, right? So my wife was pregnant, experiencing stomach pains. Mm-hmm. So we took her to the ER. So they checked her out, and the guy that's doing the ultrasound was like, "I don't know if you know this or not, but you guys are having twins." Like, so we had no clue either.
It's crazy.
Yeah, bro, I lost my shit too. So I'm crying, like, what the fuck? 2 at a time. How am I going to handle this?
Yeah, double blessed. That's
I really
listen, I also think as a twin, like growing up with a twin is like the best thing in the world. Like I keep saying I want twins. I think I'm 28 now, so that day is coming sooner and sooner. But like I'm also like, shit, I'm not ready. But I'm sure like when that day comes, I'll want twins. And listen, you get to grow up with a best friend essentially. You guys kind of do everything at school, your son or daughter has someone that has their back. It's kind of like, it's a really cool thing, I think, to have a twin. I'm sure financially and, having to deal with it first is a little tough.
The work is actually because we don't have a whole ton of help either. Like my wife has her family here, but my family's all in Oregon. And I have my brothers in here and stuff, but they're on the grind 24/7. Yeah. So it's essentially just me and her. And boy, the work is like seeing what she has to do in a day is just, it's wild, bro.
Yeah, no, so like I was really blessed and cursed because my mother-in-law for the first year these kids were born came and lived with us.
Okay.
So I was blessed that way, but my mother,
she's the biggest helper in the world, so she helped a lot, but she's a little crazy.
My mother-in-law is like a nut. Like you start telling her something, she won't let you finish. Like, or she's like, talks to you, but she's yelling at you. She's one of those.
She's the best, but she's Middle Eastern, so she has a little fire.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Okay, where from?
Israel.
Okay.
Yeah. She's a freaking nut, bro.
That's crazy. That's funny.
Well, dude, your journey is just like amazing. Can you kind of give us some of the backstory and
so
set the tone?
I was born in Florida. A lot of people don't know that. I was born in Florida. I went through elementary school, or almost finished elementary school. I think I left to Spain, I think like 4th grade or going into 4th grade. I was like 8 or 9. And my mom got remarried to a banker who was moving to Spain, and he was Canadian. So we all went out there, and they just completely immersed me. They were like, no mercy, straight into all Spanish speaking school. Don't speak a lick of Spanish. I'm like the only like fair skinned kid. So it was kind of hard there with that, and it was very hardcore Catholic also, like uniforms, like you better be tucking your shirt in and yes, ma'am, or, yes, sir, no, ma'am, like very, very
How did
formal.
you adapt to that? Was that easy based on your personality?
It was tough. I was pretty shy back then. And, it was just very different because like people would be like kids would be telling me to say stuff that like I'm not like for me to practice that I should not be saying. And so, it was just learning the language came relatively quickly. I think I was speaking like fluent Spanish I'd say like within 6 months because it was just like, well, I had no choice. Like, I'm at school, and school over there is really long, bro. You're there at 7 a.m. and you don't go home till 5 or 6 p.m.
Wow.
So it's a really long time. And of course, then I started to get bullied a lot. And I kind of was like, I was really shy. Like I didn't know how to my social skills weren't really awesome. So I was alone a lot. And then eventually I started to get into I started to play football or soccer, playing soccer a lot. And then I started to kind of get in arguments and disagreements. And I just remember one time, I was coming down from the comedor and this kid punched me. And I just remember everything going like tunnel vision. And then I just woke up. I was I didn't even know what happened. I just woke up and the teacher's pulling my ear up the stairs. And the kid's face is out to here. And this kid was twice my size. And I was like, man, what the heck happened? I was looking at my hands I was like a superhero. I was like, what? How did I do this? And then, I started to, kids kept pushing me, and I started to kind of realize I'm not really super good at all these other sports that I'm playing, but man, if I can beat up the kid who's twice my size. So I'm like, all right, maybe I should try to box and stuff. So started boxing, met my coach, Salvador Fonseca out there, who changed my life completely. He lived so military, or woke up at 6 o'clock, ran his miles, ate healthy, went to bed at this time, took his naps, did his nutrition really good. And he kind of showed me the ropes. He was really hard on me though, I have to say. He was like most my parents now, if they saw how their kid was being treated by it'd be lawsuits and all that kind of stuff.
Can we talk about that a little bit? I mean, do you believe in sort of that tougher sort of upbringing, or are you vibing with this new, kinder, gentler upbringing? Or
I think it's more, it's somewhere in the middle. I think is the best. I don't like going too far right or too far left. I think right in the middle is a good, like how I was a little bit. The cool thing about how Sava was with me, he was very physically hard on me. Like, you know, I left my shin guards at home. You're getting a leg kick, you know.
Yeah.
But verbally and like how he was spiritually and like with his encouragement and with his words, like, you know, he would hurt me and he would encourage me. He wouldn't ever say, I don't think he said one negative thing to me. It was like always like, man, you're getting better every day. I know you're hurt, but man, you're I can't even tell that you're hurt. Like you're getting stronger. Like just keep training, man. Keep coming. Make sure you show up on time. Make sure that this and that actually motivated me. So I always wanted to do the right thing, you know?
Yeah, I think sometimes, and people, I don't think get it, but sometimes the verbal stuff hurts more than the physical.
Way
right?
more.
It could do way more damage.
I think
Way
this what you feel on the inside, right, and spiritually, and like there's like that connection. The physical stuff we can all take essentially, but I think maybe the words and that emotional connection essentially is kind of what digs a little deeper.
Yeah.
It says in the Bible, like, we have the power of life and death in our tongue. So how we speak, even about ourselves too. Like I'll call people out. Like I'll hear like one of the kids be like, "Oh man, I'm so stupid. Oh man, I'm so weak. I can't do that." I'm like, "Do not," because you will be if you say that. You know, you can't say that. You have to say positive things about yourself and things like that. Like have you ever felt like that? Like you're talking to somebody and they're like really positive and really encouraging and they're saying really positive words a lot.
Yeah.
And you go home and you feel like you have energy and you're like uplifted and you're like, oh man, I feel good. Then the same thing on the opposite end, you're around a guy who's always, man, life is so, man, this sucks. Man, she was, you know, called me this, man, she's an idiot, blah, 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 and just gossiping and saying negative things all the time, and you go home and you're just like, you feel like
So true, man. It's honestly so
drained.
true.
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough struggle for me because sometimes I think I'm the most positive person. And then sometimes I do get caught up in the freaking drama.
You
And
like
I do
extreme
notice,
both ends?
No, I notice a difference because I think everybody can make a difference in somebody's life, right? It's whether that's going to be a positive difference or a negative. You know what I mean? I think we all have to strive. That's one thing that we're trying to do with Up Next a little bit too, is make a positive difference in people's lives, right? Because I think the payoff is huge, both from a promotional perspective and a personal perspective. If you can have a small part of somebody's success or growth in life.
Absolutely.
You know, I just had a fighter hit me up. He recently missed weight and caused a little thing and basically apologized. He felt real bad. And I told him, look, all we want is for you to quote unquote win in life, right?
Yeah.
We just want to provide you with that road to get to where you need to be in your life.
And it really helps. I'm sure that fighter was like hitting you up like, oh man, I really screwed up. You know, I don't know if I'm getting another opportunity. Oh, man.
Well, this was a big script, Tommy. Like just to be very open and honest, it doesn't get much worse kind of thing. But I've also felt, and Ryan, I don't know how you guys feel, but these guys go through so much. If they're already coming forward, being self-aware, trying to make things right, they don't need to be beat up over it. You just need to be like positive, getting that opportunity to sort of come back and redeem themselves, in my opinion. I don't know how.
And I'm sure, I don't know who you're talking about, but I'm almost positive this kid is young and he doesn't have kids.
No, he does not have kids and he is young.
Yeah.
No, you dialed it in. I think kids really change your perspective in life. Like for me, like Up Next, like for what I do with my grind, I have a normal grind and then Up Next, it's all for my kids.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Building this thing. So I think it just gives you like this different sort of sense of purpose when you're fighting for something bigger.
Oh, it's crazy. Like I became 2 times the fighter when those two were born. Like,
bro, you are 2 times a fighter. I mean, your fight when you fought, I can never say his name, Batsum.
We'll just say Batsum Barrel. I'm not gonna say his
The
last.
Mongolian, right?
The Falcon.
The Falcon.
Yeah, the Falcon.
Real life Falcon right there too. To be honest,
bro, that's in the top 5 fights of UNF history, in my opinion.
I'm gonna go top 2, arguably top 3, and arguably top 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, that dude, all respect to the Falcon. I actually really like.
Can you pronounce his name though? Or
Batsumbero, right?
whoa,
Batsumbero Davadors.
Yeah.
Right.
how come I can't get
I just
it?
because I respect him a lot. I respect him a lot, and he's a warrior in the truest sense, like actual in, you know, doing what he does in his military experience in Mongolia, protecting the president or formerly protecting the president, and you could just tell like there are some dudes that are just built like wood, you know, carved out of wood. He's definitely one of those guys. So all respect to him.
Well, that was a. Let's talk about the fight though. That was a crazy fight.
It was.
Back and forth war, bloody war. I mean, the whole like at least like 50 people from the event hit me up the next day just saying that was like one of the best fights I've ever seen live.
Yeah.
It was.
What was that fight like, you know, when it started heating up and you guys were getting those exchanges and, you know, he was hitting you with good shots. You weren't backing down at all. You were hitting him with some crazy shots and felt like he wouldn't even get dazed or anything. What was going through your head in those moments?
It was just, man, being in just the whole lead up to that fight. It's like a lot of times fighters, we go through things in life and we kind of just keep it to ourselves. And that was one of those fights for sure. I should have texted you guys and been like, guys, I'm out. Like, I can't do this. But I just, for me as a man, I feel like my word is everything. Like if I say I'm going to be there at a certain time, bro, if I'm not there, I'm
your new
like
favorite
dead.
fighter. Just say it. Just say it.
Well, he kind of, I mean, I agree and I disagree with that in one way, right? Like I think too, if you're injured and you shouldn't be competing, you know, maybe you should make that call. Like it's a, you know, so I love the commitment. I love that, but also, you know, it's such a tough.
This goes to a fighter's life though. Like, I was also in a position where I was, you know, my landlord had put the house on the market, you know, told us late. We didn't have a whole lot of notice. I was looking, I had to move very quickly. I'm still recovering from my bare knuckle fight 3, 4, 5 weeks prior. You know, my hands are sore. My hands were sore. All the tendons and ligaments in my hands were very sore. So like, I just remember being in the back warming up for that fight. And my coach is like, come on, give me hard. And he's like, hit meat in my hand. And I was just like, hey, you know,
You're like, it hurts.
Just give me some soft. Like, let me just hit soft. When the adrenaline kicks in, and I'm not going to feel it anyway. But and then just going out there and in those exchanges with the Falcon, I think he hit me with one shot where he hit me and then like while my foot wasn't planted. And I slipped and fell over, but then I got up right away and I just started chucking hands back. And but I was in that fight. There wasn't a moment in that fight where I was hurt or I was like, I need to back up or I need to take a breath. I was in it.
Bro, where do you find that mental toughness or that strength?
I think you do. A lot of people say like you got to be born with it. I think to an extent you have to have. Yeah, it does have to be in your DNA a little bit. Like, you know, in your ancestry, but then you can also train it, I feel like, by doing hard things and being pushed by good people. I think a lot of it's spiritual too, man. Like if you have people around you that are that type of person that you want to be, like I surrounded myself around very masculine men who do hard things. You know, their work is hard. Their life is not easy. They got to be up early. They got to work late. They got to eat in their car on the curb and then back to work. They're working with their hands. They're you know, sticky and sweaty all day and they're uncomfortable but they still got to push through. I was around a lot of that style of man. So growing up, I kind of just, how I was training and how I lived, it kind of just made me like that, you know, and plus just how crazy and unstable my life was. Like I'm borderline a gypsy, to be honest with you, like a traveler. Like, bro, I was in Florida, then I was in Barcelona, then I was in Palma de Mallorca, then I got emancipated, and when I was 15, I moved country by myself.
Wow.
When I was 15 years old, left my mom. Of course, I had to get permission from my mom, but I was like, Mom, you got to let me go. Like, you're here, you got all these babies. And my mom, talk about a gangster, being a single parent, your husband's in prison, you have no job, you have 5 kids in this little apartment, and 2 of those kids are babies. It's like, and then I'm over here like, you know, 13, 14 years old. And I'm like seeing all this. I'm like, I can't just sit down. Like I gotta go work and do something. And so I was like, yo, Mom, just let me go pursue my fight career in the US. I'll get a job, you know, and then I can help too. Like the dollar was was pretty strong at the time.
Yeah.
And so I was like, you know, I'll send back a little bit of cash. Like whenever I'm short on cash, maybe you shoot me a couple bucks. And then whenever I have a little bit more, like I'll shoot you a couple bucks, and we'll work with each other. And my mom was like, you know what, I trust you. It was really hard on her, but she let it happen. I came here. I got a job. I was doing like janitorial and janitorial services for like for the gym and window cleaning. And man, I was actually doing pretty well. Like there were a couple months when I was like 16, 17, where I made like some solid cash, man. Like there was one month where I made more than what I make like now sometimes. Like,
Yeah,
I was killing it. I was killing it back then. So, but it was it was just a crazy situation, but we got it done, and we're in a much better place now. Once we all found the Most High, you know, the Almighty, the Creator, and once we started kind of, you know, following those commandments and those statutes, and, you know, turning away from the temptations of this flesh, and man, life got so much better.
Yeah, you have a bigger purpose now.
Mm-hmm.
What was that moment though, bro? What was that moment you sort of like really realized?
I think it was, so there was a moment where I got in I don't know who, well, I got in some trouble.
You can say whatever you want. I mean, whatever you're comfortable saying, just so you know.
Yeah. I just don't want to totally like, I just don't, because it's still kind of ongoing.
Gotcha.
So I gotta kind of, but you know, there was a moment where like I was like, my wedding was in like 2 weeks. I didn't even, my wife was pregnant, and I was in a situation where I was like, okay, either I turn a blind eye, or I just do this, I just wipe it off my shoulder, or I call somebody and then I wait to see what happens, or I handle the situation.
I know exactly what you did.
And I did it in I was thinking like, I gotta be righteous, and I gotta, you know, save people and help people, and, you know, and I felt like I was doing the right thing. But then, you know, the world doesn't vibe like how I was thinking.
Sure.
Right? So it put me in a really bad place, and it cost me a lot of money, and it's still going. So I'm just like, all right, you know, sometimes we do have to, in this world, sometimes we do, like, you know, like we want to go be the hero and do the good, do the right thing, and but sometimes you do got to just stay put and not do anything, or, you know, wait. And I'm just not that guy. So it's just
not in your DNA. It's not who you are when you see people in distress, or you see people wronging others. I think it's just in your DNA to really take action, right? And I think it's unfortunate in the world today that we don't value people like you more. Yeah. Because justice should be swift, in my opinion, in those situations. If somebody's acting the fool, somebody's endangering others, real men and real protectors should feel comfortable to take action. So I find it even unfortunate now that you even have to second guess.
I definitely don't feel comfortable anymore. No. You know, if that were to happen again.
You can ask this guy, bro. We've seen some situations in our lives. We immediately always get involved, take action. Actions on the freeway. We'll block traffic. We'll get out. We'll help people. That's happened a couple of times with us. And nowadays, I honestly too think, okay, should I get involved? Should I do what I think is right? Yeah. But now the potential complications because of doing what's right for others, it's just a challenge. Yep. Yeah. It's just unfortunate.
Like we live in the world, but we can't be of it, you know? And it's just, it is what it is, right?
Yeah. It's definitely a different world today. You know what I mean?
It really is. It really is. It wasn't like back in the, in the 70s and the 80s.
I didn't get to experience that. Yeah. Like this guy, but
no, bro, I graduated high school in 86. So like,
it's so funny that they always say to me, like, you guys are, my mom always says, at least, like, you're unlucky you didn't get to grow up in my time. Because, like, you know, nowadays everyone's just like a little, I think people in general too, just soft. Not the same. Like, I was in Vegas for the Ilya Taporia fight, but get in the elevator and it's like 80-year-old grandma walks in. I just say hi to her. And then we get off on the same floor and she's like, I just want to say I appreciate you saying hi to me. I'm like, kind of strange. Like, just like,
What?
she's like, well, no one in today's world anymore likes to say hi or smile at anyone. I'm like, that's so true. And like, if everyone could just like, a little more positive, just good vibes, good people.
Well, I think you were raised right. I mean, listen, we made a lot of mistakes raising you. Like, there's a lot of things I would do different today.
Yeah.
But one thing is we raise you to respect and to give yourself to others, right? And I think that's a really big thing. But I think today's world, a lot of people are very selfish. It's just about them instead of the others in the community.
I think with social media too, and something you were talking about earlier, like what you say to yourself and like what you see in your thoughts is who you're going to eventually become. So with social media, people are like, oh, I'm not there yet, or I'm not on a yacht like this person, or I'm not doing this like this person. I think everyone's like a little more negative these days too, right? And just looking at what everyone else has or what they portray to have, as opposed to just focusing on the good in life and all
these images to protect. Oh, I'm a CEO, or I'm this big guy. I can't work. I can't put in the effort. And I think at the end of the day, if we all put in the work and we all put in the effort, it just benefits us, everybody as a whole.
We're all on our own journey, right? We all have different stages. We can't, like, I can't knock anybody else's journey. Sometimes the success happens early. Sometimes it happens in the middle. Sometimes it happens late. And man, sometimes don't happen at all.
Yeah.
It's just how life is. I feel like life is a lot about, like, life is about losing a lot of the time and about suffering.
You learn a lot more from your losses,
and learning how to keep a smile during it.
Well, that's why, like, at the end of the day too, like, there's this fine line. Like, I personally, like, I don't look at athletes' records. Like, it doesn't matter to me, right? Because it's all about that journey. That's the way I sort of look at it. So when these guys get, and Ryan always says they shouldn't be okay with losing, but at the end of the day, they should look at it as learning and how they could just better themselves.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I really respect fighters who fight. Like, I'm one of those fighters.
Oh yeah, you'll fight anybody, anytime,
I have
any
never
place.
turned down a hard fight. Like, there's a bunch of fights where I should have been like, you know what, not yet, not right now. But, man, the time is now. The time is now, bro. Like, I don't want to be that guy who's like, it's not the right time. Oh, I'm going to wait. Because that's what happened with my father. Like, my father died in 2022, and we just started talking, just started to, like, after 18 years, 19, 20 years of not seeing him, right? And I kept, this was me. I kept being that stubborn kid who's like, you know what? Doesn't deserve my time right now. Later, I'll do it later. And I just kept pushing it back. And then right when I was like, you know what? I'll see you in a couple weeks. Then I get a phone call. Pops went to go see, have the, be on the judgment seat. Yeah. And it's like, dang, like if I would have just been like, you know what, now's the right time, and I'm gonna go do it, then I wouldn't have had that same, like, the knife wouldn't have hurt as much.
That's good counsel, man. That's,
you know what I mean? Like, these kids who are like, no, it's not the right time. I'm not ready, bro. When are you gonna be ready?
Yeah, that's what
might be too late.
Yeah, your time, bro. We're not here for, like, think about like eternity. Like, I'm trying to prepare I'm trying to prepare for eternity. Like, what are we, like a grain of sand in the Sahara Desert?
Yeah.
That's our life here, bro. Yeah. Like, we're here for what, 70, 60, 80 years, 90 years if you're like super lucky. Like, bro, it's like, I feel like I was 20 years old last week. And I'm 30, bro. Like, 10 years went by like
57,
this.
Tom.
Yeah, you feel me, right?
Bro, it's
happens quick.
It's
man.
really crazy now. Yeah. Like, just seeing how quickly. And again, my mom and shit used to say the same thing to me. I'd be like, yeah, whatever, mom. But at the end of the day, bro, I'm 57. I'm almost 60. To me, like, that's an old person. I am that person now. So I really like what you have to say. And I think that part of what everybody needs to do is take advantage in the proper way of your life. Make the most of your life, and live your life a really good way, make a difference, in others' lives too, because I think that is fulfilling. And I think no matter what you may believe spiritually or religious, like, it pays you back. The universe pays you back if you.
Absolutely. You reap what you sow. Yeah. If you're thinking good thoughts and doing good deeds and being a good person, you will reap good things.
But isn't that sad that doesn't sell today?
It doesn't.
You know what I mean? Like, we'll have these great podcasts and, man, we'll really break down people, and it's great. It does okay. But man, if we get like people talking smack to each other and all this baloney stuff going back and forth, that's what really hits.
The fake stuff, the fake stuff that it's funny, man. I just
crazy,
laugh. I just laugh about just how the world is going, how people like just like it's like sin sells. Sin is what sells. And it's like that's not what should like righteousness should sell, you know, but of course.
Well, when you're looking at, and again, I don't want to get on a pedestal or anything, but you know, to me, hard work is supposed to pay off. And when you see like OnlyFans models and stuff, like they have this one OnlyFans, I saw it on social media. She makes more than LeBron James.
Yeah.
You know,
I know.
I saw that.
Yeah, no, I
she's
just,
like, what? She's like 18, 19, 20,
and I just
21.
look, and I'm not trying to be a hater, but
Crazy.
it just, to me, like the scales. And when you look at our teachers and first responders, what they make, you know, it's just crazy to me.
The teachers, that one is wild to me. Like, cause my wife, you know, she was a teacher, so qualified, so educated, worked her tail out, put herself through college and working with children with autism and disabilities. And like, I don't even want to say the number per hour. Cause it is like, you can't do, she would have to have like legit 3 to 4 jobs to even pay a 1-bedroom apartment. Like,
but isn't that crazy, Tommy? And these are the people that are educating our children, and that's how we value them.
it's wild to me.
It really is wild.
Yeah. So if you don't mind, go back. Why were you estranged from your dad?
So my real dad was I met him in prison when I was 5, because I kept asking my mom, like, where's my dad? Like, I see all these other kids. There's a guy, and then there's a lady, and they're picking them up, and it's you're just the lady picking me up. Where's the guy? Like, I started to kind of get it, you know, and she's like, he's away right now, or it was like, at first it was like he's on vacation or he's working, and then I'm like, and then I go and I meet him, and I met him through like the screen, so I didn't even get to actually see him. Like, he was in like another part of the prison. And then so time goes by, he gets out for a little bit. He gets out and he takes me to a movie, me and my sisters, and he gets into a fight in the movie theater, so it kind of like ruined it. And then anyway, it was just a crazy experience kind of meeting him. So I'm like, dude, this guy, like, I don't like this guy. And then all these years go by, like nothing, no, hey, happy birthday, no trying to get in touch, just gone, right? And then I'm getting ready for a fight one time, and I go off to Kansas, and then I'm getting like a FaceTime call, and I had just won the fight. Like, it was a crazy fight. Like, I won via RNC in the 3rd, and it was a crazy fight. I had T Ferg cornering me. Yeah, he helped me for that one, and I answer it, and I'm like looking at this guy, and he's like, son, and I'm like, Dad, like, what? Like, I haven't seen this dude in 20 years. He's got a crazy long beard, and he's like, man, that was amazing, blah blah, and we just kind of started talking, and bro, I actually had like an interview to go, and I was like literally 45 minutes late to this interview, because I was in a closet, like a janitorial closet, because it was so loud. It just chopping it up with Pops, and I was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna come see you, blah blah, and that's actually the last time I ever saw him. And then you know, time goes by, and then he passes, and then I go down to his funeral, and I get to see my sisters. Bro, talk about heart. Bro, my sisters, I have 2 sisters, Samantha and Alexandra. Bro, like, I don't even know how their life has been, is like, just talk about tough. And they're definitely rough around the edges a little bit. Like, if you meet them, you'll probably realize that pretty quick. But just, you know, foster care, and then, you know, going through the system, and then rehab, and then prison, and then back to rehab, and then. But then again, like, I always tell everybody, like, you know what got him out of it? Like, sometimes you got to get down bad.
You got to hit rock bottom for sometimes, and you don't want everyone to, but sometimes you got to hit rock bottom to really turn your life around.
That's the piece that kills me, right? Like, because we're involved with mental health space a little bit, addiction and all that. And I try to get my head around. I just wish people didn't have to hit rock bottom.
Doesn't
I'm
it?
trying to
I
like.
agree. I
wish
totally
we
agree.
could find this magic pill. Wake up, like you need help, or you know your life can be better if you do this. But I don't know, man. Like
people, as people, we're just like we think we just. I don't know. Like everybody. Like I'm sure you could tell him like, but if he has his mind made up. And he's like, in his head, he's like, yeah, dad, yeah. But he knows,
Listen,
like, bro,
there's
I'm
times
doing it. Like,
I think
he's
now,
gonna do it.
now in my, like, there's been times he'd preach things to me and tell me certain things, and I think it's good advice. But like, I got like, I think I could do this, or I got a different way.
like white noise.
Never like,
100%.
no, not completely white noise, but
It's
then there was times he would tell me something, I'd maybe do it the opposite way, and an issue arose because I maybe didn't listen to his counsel on something, right? Or he's been there, he's done that. He's an old man now, 6 years old almost. So he's been through certain things. So like, I think since we've really done UNF together the last 3 years, I've really learned a lot and like said like, all that shit you say that would annoy me to do something a certain way. Like I see it now and I get it now, where I could have just listened from the beginning and maybe didn't have to deal with little hurdles and bumps in the road type of thing. And you just wish people could.
I'm just a firm believer in having your house in order. And listen, trust me, I'm very fucked up, Tommy. Like I have a lot of issues mentally. But if you have as much as in your life controlled and organized and structured as you can, it minimizes the drama and the chaos that can come in. And that's why with people with addiction and these things, like I've always just thought like it was a choice in one. Until Nick Morgan educated me, like, no, it's a mental health thing. Why are they turning to drugs? Why are they committing crimes? Like, it's a bigger picture that I just wish we could solve without the negative impacts.
Spiritual.
Yeah.
It though goes to the spirit. It's funny. It's like it always goes to like that. Like I read a lot of scripture, and it's like everything in life that like happens. Like you go to like a scripture, and it's like bad company corrupts good manners. My mom was always like, no, don't be hanging around that guy or do it. But I'm like, they're so much fun. And then next thing you know, the drama and this and that. It's like what you said, like we think as young adults too, like we think we know. And it's like, but we got to take good counsel, good counsel will really help, especially good counsel from multiple parties. Like,
that's right.
That's also true.
It's valuable, man. Yeah.
But I think it's also like the messaging, who it's coming from. Because I think you could probably say something to Ryan. I'll say it may be more impactful coming from you than
that's for sure at this point. Yeah.
Isn't it weird like how that works? Yeah. It's strange. Like someone you've known your whole life. Yeah. And it's like some like random dude. Yeah. Like random dude like crossing the road, like some like random crackhead, like, hey man, shouldn't do that. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna do that.
I think it's also a thing of like, your dad, I'm sure, your sons one day, it's like, you're the one that's always gonna be lecturing them, trying to not put them in their place, but teaching them the right way of doing things. And at some point, they're probably like, this guy's always telling me what to do or whatever. Like he thinks he knows better. They'll listen. But then maybe you do sit down with someone else you've never really talked to before and they say the same thing and it'll really click to you, or you really take that in. I don't know how to explain it, but when someone's always on you, you're probably like, fucking again? Come on. But you're still right, but you might get it from somewhere else.
Well, this is what I try too. It's like seek first to understand before being understood too, right? Like understand where these people are coming and where this counsel is coming. Because if you have that mindset, right, then you're filling yourself with all these other people's knowledge and then you become much more powerful, right? Yep. I think also people today always just want to be understood right off the bat.
Yes.
Oh, my point of view.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks they know better too.
Yeah, totally. I just think like seeking to understand is just so much better. And that's why like,
time.
Well, dude, even in this fight game, because bro, it's so outside my norm. Like the normal business is so structured and organized and professional. Fight game is not. No. It's full of like all this stuff. And I've had to learn from this kid, right? Like, hey, dad, you got to understand the fight game. And now that I'm kind of embracing that, a lot of the shit that used to bother me or get me upset or cause issues rolls off my shoulders.
It's
like,
the craziest game, man. It's the craziest game, the fight game. It really is. There's nothing like it, right?
There really isn't.
Why are you in the fight game, Tommy?
Man, I feel like fighting.
Sorry, I got to interrupt.
Yeah.
But you're in the fight game more than others, if you ask me. You are living and breathing. It's not only MMA, bare knuckle. If you look at your resume of what you've done, bro, it's crazy. It
is. I feel like, man, it chose me. Like as soon as I met Salva in Spain, and he was like my father figure, really. Like I looked at him like he was like the coolest dude in the world, and he's awesome. And then I started to kind of, and there's a funny story he'll tell you. And I was, I think, 13 years old, and he took me to go run up the mountains, and it was a really hard mountain. It's up there. And I had like these weird, like flip floppy kind of shoes, like moccasin kind of shoes. And like, we're like in mile 4 or 5, we were doing like 10 or 12 miles or something like that. And we're like mile 4 or 3, like pretty, they break. And Salva's like, bro, like we gotta go. There's no way, like your feet are gonna be bloodied up bad. Like we gotta stop. But I would always watch him, and like he would be training through like injuries, and he'd be like aching. One time I saw him like limp up this hill, like because he wouldn't stop until he got to the top of the hill. And I was just like, no. And I just kind of like threw the shoes to the side, and I'm like, no, coach, I'm going barefoot. And he's like, no. And I was like, no, I gotta finish. I gotta finish what I started. Like I'm 3 miles in, I'm already sweating. We're already here. Like we're gonna go all the way down, go those, get shoes, come back. And then we just missed the whole training session. I was like, no, I'm gonna go. And he was like, right. And I'm running up this mountain, and I'm telling you, my feet are bleeding. Like I'm bleeding. I got crazy like wood in my feet, and I'm in so much pain. But all I could think about was finish what you started, finish. And I feel like right then, like that was like one of the like moments, like when that feeling that I got when I actually got done, and I was like, I'm done. Like I did it. Like I finished. And just that, like, and just seeing him too, like how how proud he was of me. Like I don't even think he said it. He was just like shocked. Like it was just like a look. Like he just like looked at me with like that pride, and he was just like
you are that guy.
Like, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
You said you were like around 13 years old at the time?
Yeah, I was like 13,
Wow.
14.
Whatever, just something like that, 13 years old. I'm kidding.
Bloody
No,
feet.
nor would I. No, really. I mean, look, that's what differentiates guys like Tommy from 99% of the rest of the population
100%.
of fighters, right? Like most people would hey, I can't because of this now, and I give up. But
Because it's an excuse at the end of the day.
And if you could do that at 13, I mean, it's a mindset for you, but, making that decision to finish what you start, having to go through pain and everything. I mean, now it's like you're in the third round of a fight, right? And there's no mental quit in you. Sometimes people's bodies give up or you get caught with the shot, but if you could do that at 13 years old, you could push yourself until you can't do it.
What's crazy to me, and maybe I'm just getting too sentimental, too deep, but it's kind of like if you think about your childhood, your upbringing, you had every excuse to quit.
Yeah.
If you think about it, victim of this, it's just crazy that you had this, I'm a winner, I'm going to finish.
And it goes back to what
mentality.
you said. It goes back to what you said earlier, like with like the mental health. Like a lot of it is very real, obviously.
Yeah.
But a lot of the people though, it's a choice.
Self-imposed.
They do choose it. And at that point, like when I was going, like I chose it. Like I had every excuse to stop. But at the end of the day, it's still an excuse. And I chose, like it was my decision. And like, when you have certain decisions in life where you just will not back down from that decision. It's like that, it's set in stone.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've had so many where you're like, there's no way I'm doing anything else. This is what I'm doing. You could shoot me. It ain't stopping me. I'm doing this no matter what. It was that kind of decision. It was like, I'm doing this, period.
Yeah, but at 13.
Yeah.
I mean, at 13, you're not supposed to be that mature. Like, you know what I mean? So I just feel like
I was super mature just because I had
everything
I had, just like, I got my stepdad in jail. I see my mom like grinding and trying. Like I would always say to my mom, we'd still joke about it today. Like it would be over. Like it's done. Like we're going to be homeless. We have no money. We have no food. We have no nothing. And the next day, she would just like, she'd go into her hat and she would just be like, whoop, here's a rabbit. She would just figure it out, bro. I'm like, how do you do that?
Gangster. Like, my mom, not as tough as your upbringing, but I've had, I was raised by a single mom too. And how she pulled stuff off and just made things happen. I'm just like,
how'd you do it?
Do that?
It's crazy, bro.
So with your stepdad, was he the one where you experienced, was he well off and
Oh yeah,
and
he
that
was
how-
Superman. There was a time, like I think it was like 12, whoa, how old was I? Yeah, I was like 12 or 13, like around this time when I ran up that mountain. Like I was, when I ran up, like I was a rich kid when I ran up that mountain like that.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like, oh, I didn't have anything. No, I had got like a 4-wheeler for my birthday that year, I think. Yeah, I got to experience all of it. Like my stepdad, how he made the money got him in prison, right?
Yep.
But man, did he make
Yeah.
it was like a big number.
And him going to jail, did that just totally negatively impact your family? Like that?
Absolutely. Well, he was the breadwinner.
Yeah.
So and we're in a foreign country and like I mean everything got seized. Like everything. We had like it's funny. Like I always said, my mom literally, our whole family survived for like years, bro, off of my stepdad's watch collection. My mom went and was like, took his watches.
Yeah.
And I mean big boy watches, bro.
Yeah,
like,
no, I'm sure
like
it sounds
Roger Dubois,
Yeah.
number 12,
Yeah.
like out of 200 made, like
Yeah.
serious money watches. And that's what I think we survived off of like 7 of those watches for like, bro, I'm not talking like 10 years. Like
Yeah.
that's how she did it. And yeah, it was just a crazy time because we went from like having everything to like nothing pretty quick. So like being a kid, like it was just like, what in the world? Like it was just very confusing, like all of it, you know?
Yeah.
But at the time I really disliked my stepdad. So I was like super happy that he was in jail. Like I really disliked him, bro. Like one of the reasons I'm like the fighter that I am is because of him, because I just wanted to, like, you know, when you're like a young kid and you're just like stiffened up and paralyzed in fear and you want to act and you want to do something, but you're just not physically capable.
Yeah.
Bro, like after feeling that, bro, like for the next like 3 years, I'd be like in a dark room just hitting push-ups on my knuckles, like at 14. Just
You're like, I'm gonna get you soon.
bro, like,
Comfort me now, motherfucker.
I went like extreme
Yeah.
to the other side, you know, and a lot of dark again, like, you know, like it's like the shit, like that balance of like, bro, I went dark with it, but that because I went dark, like I had to. Again, it was a lot of it was survival after that point because we just didn't have it. And my mom was just figuring things out. And that's why I left so early, because I was like, Mom, like I can't be a burden on you. Like you got these babies that you got to deal with. Like you got all, like, just let me go. Like, let me go. Let me pursue what I want to pursue in the States. And she was like,
Was
I
that
trust you.
hard for her to let go and let you do that? Because she seems to me just what you're describing, like mama bear, the protector. Like
She was both. She was everything. She was everything. And she's one of those really nurturing moms too. Like even now, this day, I'm like, mom, like I love you, but like give me some space.
that sounds a little familiar in our family too, bro.
Yeah. She's just so nurturing, you know. Like cooks, clean. She's like but she had to be the bear. She had to show teeth a lot too.
Yeah.
So you know, she was like masculine and feminine, and it was really tough for her. But she made that tough decision. She got super judged for it too, which kind of sucks. Like, because we kind of had a little bit of falling out too. Like when I came here and like I started putting myself around different people, and they're like, your mom lets you do this, and you know she's not doing this for you. Like and at the time I was like almost started to believe them. Yeah, you're right. Like
every family has their things, right? And every family is unique. Every family is different, right? And no one knows that family's story. Nobody knows really what's behind the curtain.
100%.
And so when people are sitting there on the outside judging and this and that, it's just like,
yeah,
just drives
she
me
was
nuts.
super judged. And then she followed me out here like a few years later. And it was like the whole crew of people, like all my coworkers, like wouldn't even give her eye contact. They just had no respect for her. And I was just like, and then at the time I didn't really like, I was like passive about it. But like now looking back, I'm like, man, I wish I like I wouldn't be who I am without her.
she did the best she could.
Exactly. If I was in that situation, bro,
No, my sister passed away a few years ago, and she had a lot of animosity against my mom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It kind of bugged me that she did, because I'm just like, mom did the best she could fucking do.
Yeah. With what you
none
got,
of us are perfect.
Yeah.
And I always hear people like kind of complaining about their parents, but I think as I'm becoming more of an adult and getting more on my plate, like you can't really. I think parents really, if they're a decent parent, good parent, they do the best they can, and you don't know half the shit they got going on. Whether it's bills, having to take care of the kids, and they got multiple kids, and they're also a parent for the first time. And I think you start to realize that as you get older too.
Listen,
like,
there's no real book on.
Yep.
Well, you may disagree. Oh, okay.
I was just gonna say that.
Because I don't believe you believe in the real book, but no, to me, there's no real book on parenting. And look, there are a lot of bad parents out there, but these are the verbally, physically abusive sort of parents. But if a parent is trying to do their very best, you can't really, judge them, because we all make mistakes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then especially like that book you were talking about, if you're not reading that book and following that book, and you don't have that knowledge of that book, then it's going to make everything, it's like everything's going to be harder, and even then, like how some people interpret it a different way and see things, or they forget. And because, a lot of it's just like an instinct, right? Like it's like, what's your fatherly instinct? Okay, I'm going to do that. Sometimes it's the right thing. Sometimes it's not the right thing. And it's like,
well, sometimes I'm proud of the parent I am. And then the other time's like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
Like, or why did I say that or that way to my kid, or this or that? But I try to do my best to always make amends for that. Cause I think also as a parent, as an adult, and people disagree with me, I think it's important to acknowledge your shortcomings to your kids and let them understand we're all human, we all make mistakes.
Yep.
It's how you take ownership in it, right? But I get some other parents that will never apologize to their kids or never, make things right just because I'm the dad. I don't need to.
It's a pride thing. And remember, what's the number one pride, man. Pride. It's
pride, ego, just
it's bad. It's not good for you.
Yeah.
Humble.
Humility is a big thing, but
It's
I think
huge.
unfortunately, like Ryan hit on it, like social media today, like humility is not rewarded, right? It's flash and make you think I have this life or that life, and it's just like that's what we as a society are quote unquote rewarding.
It's all so fake, bro. It's so fake. And I can't say that's what, man. Like I don't have a whole lot of I keep my circle is like tiny, man. I got some friends, but I don't. I feel like once you become a man and a father too, it's like the whole friend. Of course, we all have friends and we all love everybody and love people, but it's like it's not like friends that you had when you were 16.
Of course,
You know what I mean? That you don't need.
I maybe touch base with my best friends twice, 3 times a month at this point in my life. You know what I mean? Just there's so much going on, and then when everyone's getting together in group settings, I'm 28 years old now, people are just gossiping, talking about this person's life. I'm like, I don't want that shit in my life right now. I'm too old for that. I can't be doing that.
Nah, it's unnecessary, really, and it's like I feel like we need peace. We need peace. We need love. We need joy, and
great violence in a cage is what we need.
And violence, again, we need especially me. Yes, I'm a father and I'm a husband, and I try to do the right thing, and I would like to say, of course, I'm a sinner, but we all are. But then there's that. I definitely do have that. I'm Tommy Aaron, and I'm this nice guy, but it's man, There's a time though. It's
gonna rip your head off.
No more. That guy's not there anymore. That's where you got to go into that primal. And it's. I feel like nowadays too. We're so suppressed as men. We're not able to tap into that. Your ancestry. Your what great grandpa was feeling. And it's. I feel like it's important. That. That's why I always urge men. And especially young men, teenagers and stuff, 12 to 16, bro, go to your local MMA boxing gym and start working. You don't gotta fight. You don't gotta just be in the environment and train and learn how to defend yourself. It's gonna give you a different confidence.
100%. That's why I preach too. I really think, bro, just learning how to throw a regular 1-2 or having the confidence, right? Where not that you need to use it at school or whatever, but he's always trained me kickboxing. So like if someone were to step up to me at school, it's like didn't need to back down to anyone, didn't need to do anything, and could stand my ground and feel. You know, there is a level of confidence when you know you could defend yourself at least.
100%.
Well, look, and I'm sorry, this may be politically incorrect, but you've got to be able to defend yourself. If somebody crosses that line, you need to take action. Like the most trouble he's gotten in his life is when he's defended others. You know, and I've always stood behind him. No, that was him. There was a kid, his first time he got suspended, I say first time, and no one thinks about this. Like first time he got suspended from school, he's protecting a special needs kid. Somebody was bullying this kid, and Ryan ended up checking him. Principal calls me, oh yeah, Ryan got in a fight. We're gonna have to suspend him. Supposed to be suspended for several days, but how about if we just suspend him just for today? Because she knew that he did the right thing. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. Today's society, if you're fucking with the weak, or these special, you should get checked. I'm sorry. But I don't think violence in a way, but you get what I'm saying. Like
you got to get checked. What are you? If there's nothing to you, like there's I remember I think it's Jordan Peterson or somebody. He's talking about men. He's like, man, like if there's nothing to you, like what is your nice? If you're just nice all the time, all the time, and I could just do I could just do anything, and you're just nice. Your nice isn't a real nice. It's not. It's just there's nothing to it. There's no substance. But like if somebody who could kill you in a second is really kind and loving and generous and being cool, you know that's from a real place. But if there's nothing to this person, it's like I almost don't even like. I have a hard time trusting men who like I know like that are just there's just nothing. There's no they have no physicality. They have no. There's nothing to them. Like especially like I don't want to sound like people who are really really overweight and like how do I like where's your you have to have that self-respect like. There's not as much substance to them. They're like a little bit more. It's hard to explain. Like there's not. It's just it doesn't feel as real. You know what I mean?
I think people need to know that there's a bite to you no matter what. And I think you could be the nicest, most respectful person in the world, but you've also got to have that red line that if people cross that there are consequences to that.
And boundaries and people just it's like boundaries are like not. Like boundaries back in your day were like right here, dude. Here, that nowadays are like.
I've had to be and I've told the story too many times, but he's had to educate me because back in my day, if somebody talks smack, this okay, we'll meet at the park, we're getting down, and then it was over. Like today with social media, this and that, it's just like what people quote unquote get away with or what they think
it's crazy
they should be entitled to do just drives me nuts.
It's actually kind of crazy.
I really think, man, if someone disrespects you, you should be able to like. Well, this is my opinion, but like, if someone really disrespects you, right, is saying your name in vain, you know, saying some really bad shit to you, you should be able to just scrap it out. Like, man, that primal, like, this was our ancestors. That's the thing about respect. Nowadays, like, it's sad, but someone would just call me a bitch. Like, I have to think twice, and not because I'm scared or anything. Like, okay, if I fight this guy, might do a lawsuit, might do this. There's a lot to lose nowadays, and it's like I think that's bullshit. Where it's like. I don't know.
How many times have you seen guys like, you know, online talking smack or they talk smack in person? Then when they get checked, it's like, why did you hit me or why are you pushing me? You know what I mean? It's just like,
or they're just dead. They're just super like, or the worst is they're talking like that and then they see you and then they're.
Oh, that's even worse. Sometimes they don't even look your way. They'll just try to avoid you. And then sometimes they'll be like, hey, how you doing? Like,
or it's like sparring some people sometimes. Like back in the day too, like, you know, just going all kinds of different gyms and going. And like I just remember in Thailand, I was in Thailand sparring one time, and in the Thais they spar you like playful, and it's like cool. And I was sparring with like some Polish guy, or Romanian guy, I can't remember where he was from, but it was like he was so nice to me. He was like smiling at me. I'm like okay, and then trying to just absolutely murder me, you know. And so it's like again like salt and sugar, they look the same, you know. Like there's gonna be people that come in your life. That are to bless you and encourage you and help you. And then there's going to be people that come into your life, maybe that are, you know, don't have your best interest. But the crazy part is they're both going to have a smile and they're both, you're not going to, it's hard to tell. Again, salt and sugar. Like,
So you bring up something good. Like that's why I try to always tell Ryan, like, words are really easy for people to say.
Yeah.
It's all about those actions and the results, right? And that's how you judge people, because anybody could say anything that you want to hear to try to get in good or get something out of you. And that's part of our philosophy too. Like we don't really engage with a lot of people.
Yeah.
We have an inner circle from UNF that we work with, trusted people that we value and appreciate.
Yeah.
So we're not trying to get in bed with just anybody, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
As it should be,
I think so. Because if you have strong core values, at the end of the day, the results of what you build, you're built on a strong foundation. These people that get in business with these shady ass people that all they care about is money, they don't care about the athletes, things like that.
There's a lot of shady people in the fight games.
Dude,
I know
Tommy,
know that.
you know better than I, bro. I always tell them this, like, yeah, we're running a promotion only 3 years in.
Yeah.
I don't know the fight game, nor will I claim to know, but I've never seen a business where people try to take advantage of people so much. Like when we were building this thing, we said one of the key elements was fighters need to feel appreciated. They need to feel valued. So, we're doing content day today here at UNF. No other promotions on a regional level do that. No. Everybody's getting a swag bag, getting this, getting that. And we feel it's important to show value to these guys because really what we're able to pay financially on the regional side is not a lot.
Yeah.
So you got to do your best for these guys.
Yeah, that's what I like about you guys. You guys at least because it's like we're putting our literal lives on the line, right?
And we honestly, like, we know that we respect that so much. And like you said, like,
I could at least get a t-shirt, right?
we're giving you a couple today, Tommy.
Sick.
No, but it's really like, I mean, at the regional scene, we pay fairly for the regional scene, actually, with the top regional promotions. But people that don't know the business, like, we try our best, but we also like, hey, these guys put in training camps and that, if they're going to fight with us and that is what we could pay at this moment, what are the other things we could do to make them feel as important or like they're getting paid in another way, right? So content day isn't cheap, but for you guys to be able to come here, at least, I mean, you fought for big promotions and everything, but like at least like even the guys kind of getting started, coming here, getting those great photos or doing quick interviews and stuff, like they won't get that really anywhere else besides getting to the big show.
But it also gives them a sense of self-esteem in a way too.
No, for sure.
Like they get these great photos, they get this. So in their mind, in my opinion, because I've seen their performance in the Up Next cage, they'd be like, hey, I am a superstar. Look at me. I feel
like most guys that come here today, like feel like they got to win when they come here a little bit, right? Like maybe a lot of these guys also maybe come from tough upbringings or like never had even something close to kind of like this. So I think that's cool too. And we just, again, we appreciate and we know the struggle. We haven't done it ourselves, but we know the struggle fighters go through. And that's why I even think we decided to gain this sport is we respect fighters and their journey so fucking much.
And one thing I really appreciate too is like, in what other promotions does the fighter get to like talk with the CEOs and to hang out and hey, you want some coffee? Hey, you want some food? Like, that doesn't happen. What I mean?
But I think look, when you get to be the level like a Dana White, it's hard, right? That guy has so much going on. But I think from the regional scene, that's why for us, we want to do it differently, right? Yeah. Because if you guys we've always felt if you're in the cage doing the work, we need to do the work. Like that's what you call a mutually beneficial relationship.
Yeah.
You can't ask those fighters to go in there and risk everything if you're not risking everything, right? And that's why to us, athletes are not a number; they're a person. You know what I mean? Totally, and I think that's what sets UNF apart from others. And that's why too, like, you'll see us doing this podcast. The only reason, like, I love doing it when I'm here sitting with you, but I hate doing it. I have so much going on. But the only reason we've done this podcast is because we're like, we want to give our athletes another platform to get their stories out there. You know what I mean? And so that's why we think it's important to invest in you guys in that way.
That's really cool. And yeah, it's going back to like stories and like every fighter's got a story.
Yeah.
And some are crazier than others, but at the end of the day, like we just a lot of like it's a sport now, and we have to treat each other like athletes, and we gotta be there and be encouraging to one another because it's hard, man. This is hard. It's not like basketball. It's not like
I always say that
it's not like any of these sports.
It's fucking crazy too, because almost every other sport besides the combat sports, you got a season-long thing usually, right? Football around almost 20 games, something like that. Basketball, 82 games.
Yeah.
Baseball, 100-something games. Every fight's your most important fight. You got 2 to 3 months to really train, depending. I mean, Tommy's fine like after 3 weeks sometimes, but you got that time to put in the work for this one night.
Yeah.
Weight cut could go bad. You could get the stomach flu. Like you can get all this stuff. Honestly, it's what fights have to deal with, and it's also like, but if you don't fight,
There's no way that can sub in for you.
not even that. You're not getting that paycheck. You got mouths to feed. You got all this to do. So it's like also like a timing and luck thing with a lot of that kind of stuff. You get nicks and injuries.
100%.
You know what I mean? And it's like the only matters that one night. There's no season long thing. I mean, you can consider a season like got to rack up wins. Next year, I want this goal. But every fight's your most important fight. Every fight is when you get paid. There's no, it's
and you're
crazy.
only as good as your last fight.
Yeah.
Bro, you like I've had fights where, man, like I had a bad, like it went really bad, and bro, it's like you're horrible. You suck. Like
It sucks because that's we
I
don't view it like that, but like to the general public and like really what you see is like your last performance is who you are.
Well, the stakes are so high. Like in basketball, if you have a turnover, okay, you keep going. But one little turnover in MMA, that ends the fight.
Well, I think that's what we all love about the sport in the same time too, right?
It's so exciting, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know how you do it, Tommy. I just feel like it takes a special person to do it. You know what I mean?
And I just feel like, man, like it's just like I'm not really good. Like, it's funny, like I'll like play other sports with other athletes and stuff, and every now and again I'll do something. They're like, bro, you're an athlete? Like what in the world? Like like I'm just like, bro, like me, like Jose, like my boy Jose Rubio, Fight Night Customs, bro, I'll go play. This guy's like, he's like what, 43, 42, and I'll go play basketball with this guy, and I will look like he will just dog me. Like
Rubio's dogging you in basketball.
He's got game,
horribly, bro, horribly. Like,
does he have game, or are you just that bad?
I think a little bit of both. I think he's actually pretty good. Like low key, he's got like a really good shot, and he's like, but also I'm just not good at that sport. But
I bet you get all the rebounds though. Probably.
Yeah. I'm like good at the juke.
He's good at defense.
I'm good at the defense. I'm good at the defense.
Like you back in the day, you said we used to play basketball.
I couldn't.
So he was a good father figure. So he would try to play with us, but
I'm not a sports guy, bro.
Yeah.
People try to talk football with me, talk this, talk that. MMA is my only thing.
But see, that's me. Like, bro, like every other thing. But when it comes to like fighting, like I can, like it's like when I was a kid, like I'm like not really. I'm playing soccer, and it's like I'm playing basketball, all these other sports, ping pong, this, that, and then I go and I get in a fight on the football field with the kid who's twice my size and 3 years older than me, and I just dog him easily. And
Did you ever lose a street fight?
Oh yeah, for sure. When I was because I started to get a little bit too
cocky.
Yeah, cocky. Yeah, I was
6'5" guy, 250
just
pounds.
a little bit,
bro.
Yeah, a little bit too much. But no, man, I haven't been in a whole ton. I've been in a lot of school fights.
Yeah,
street fights, bro. I haven't been in a whole lot. Like I'd say, like I can count them on my hand. Like, and a lot of times it was like you, like I was just like defending. Somebody.
I think that's in certain people's DNA, right?
Yeah,
and that's what I love. I really value those that protect me. That's why, look, I have a huge love for our first responders too. Guys that put it all on the line to protect us. Not all of them are perfect. Yeah. And that's what I hate today about the internet and how law enforcement tries to get painted as evil guys. Like, they're out there.
I mean, listen, there's good and bad to everyone, but for the people like saying like defund the police, like, I just don't. I don't agree with that. Like, what you want everyone running wild? You guys aren't Tommy Aaron. You can't defend yourselves. Like let's
about defund OnlyFans and pay our school teachers a reasonable wage.
Isn't that crazy when we spend billions of dollars on a fucking rail, trained in nowhere, but our teachers are making 40, 50 fucking K. Like
ridiculous, man. Don't even give you the politics, especially here in California.
Yeah, California is fucking.
Get out of here, man.
Well, let's talk a little bit more about fight news. Chris, can you bring up the graphic for October 11th? Boom. Look at that headlining, brother.
All right, we're betting.
Yeah, we went with the whole gambling thing.
That's cool. That's cool.
Commerce, dude. But the card is freaking stacked. I think we've got 9 or 10 pro fights, right? And like 8 AMI fights.
Something like that. Right now, we got 6 or 7 AMI fights, but we will end up with 10. I'm very close to making a couple big ones for the.
How many fights for on the night you think?
We'll probably have like 20 made realistically, like 2 weeks before the fight. Okay. You know how the fight game goes, a couple draws. So I think fight night 15 to 17, probably right around there.
Yeah.
Like our last card, fight night we had 10 or we had 10, but like 2 weeks before that, we had like 16 fights made.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
When I fought, the last time I fought for you guys, there was a gang of fights. There was
No, that one was
30.
one of our bigger cards. Yeah.
30
Well,
fights, so.
I mean, it's a blessing and a curse, right? We have a lot of interest in athletes wanting to fight with us.
Yeah,
And we
oh,
want to keep them busy. We don't want them
No, I love
to
it.
go to other promotions if their first
sure.
choice is us,
For
right?
sure.
We're really trying to keep
Yeah,
everybody
you
busy.
guys are probably going to be first choice for, like, I've been around, I've been on the regional scene for 10 years, bro. I went pro when I was 20.
That's crazy.
I'm 30 now. So yeah, you guys are definitely going to be the first choice just because of how, like, just you're organized, you know what I mean? And you treat the fighters like people and not like numbers and like what you were saying. You guys are pretty easy to work with, bro.
Oh,
Cause
thanks. Well, we know we got a lot of work to do, right? And I
Yeah.
think kind of like, we keep saying this. And again, not to get off like a cheat, but we're trying to be like the athletes. We want to evolve every event like the athletes do. Your skill level is not going to be the same when you come in against Albert as it was against the Falcon.
oh, totally different.
Can you go into your game plan against Albert? You got a game plan, or what do you plan to do?
So my game, it's funny, like, you know how like fighters like watch a ton of tape and do a lot of this, but it changes. It's just different. Like I'll know what to do right when I'm in there. And Albert's gonna know within 30 seconds that everything that he's done training for me has been a waste of time. And I say that respectfully and humbly as I possibly can, because man, just the amount of just the fight experience that I have, not just in these physical fights, but just my spirit, my mind, and what I've had to overcome and persevere through. I don't even need a game plan. I am the game. I am the game. And in there, it changes. It changes like this, you know. So, like, I know I hear everybody talking about like, oh, I'm gonna do this, oh, I'm gonna do that. But I don't know what I'm gonna do. I
fucking love that, Tommy.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I just know that in there, it's a fight. Like, I feel like a lot of us, man, we're over analytical, bro. We overthink and we overdo. Like, bro, I got 2 hands and I got 2 feet. He's got 2 hands. He's got 2 feet. My will to win is going to be more than his will to win. There's nothing that he's going to be able to do to break me. I'm literally unbreakable. Like, I will not be broken. My spirit. I have a legion of angels. I have 10,000 angels plus behind me, coming with me into that battle. That I'm gonna win this fight, and I'm gonna win it quick.
Got a little bit of chills right there, to be honest. It was good.
You know what, man? Like, I do believe you're unbreakable, bro. I think you've proven that. I mean, when you fought the Falcon, I mean, the damage that you both were giving back and forth, and I mean, there was not 1 ounce of quit in you.
And I had my hand was broken.
Yeah,
like I had a broken hand. Like after that first round. I couldn't even squeeze a fist with my right from the tendon damage that I had from the last bare knuckle fight. My legs I had Bambi legs. I stood up and I was like shaking but I'll crawl if I have to.
Yeah.
Like I'll be like a couple, my 10th pro fight, I broke my foot in half. Like I broke it. Like not like a little crack, like broke it. And I still tried fighting. I took him down, and you know we went. And then the second round, and I couldn't stand up. I tried. I still would have tried. I stood up, and I was ready. I would have been fighting him on 1 foot. And ref saw it, and my tibia hit the ground, and my fibula was all the way out on a string. And the ref was like, "Nah, bro, this fight's over." So, but I won't stop, bro. You gotta literally kill me. The only way to beat me is by brutally knocking me out. And it's happened before. I've lost before, but again, the human body, we're so amazing. I rebuild stronger every time.
Yeah, you kind of remind me of like a Viking or whatever. Like you got to be taken out on your shield.
Oh yeah,
right. Like there's no other way you're taking Tommy Aaron out unless it's on his shield.
And it's a fight. Like I'm not trying to. It is funny. Well, you guys already know this, but like when some fighters I'm not. They don't make them like me no more, bro. Like I feel like I'm like an old school fighter.
I feel like you're in that very small percentage.
Very
of guys
small
that have
percentage.
this certain-
Yeah.
because we talk about all the time. It's like, I mean, I really think the most key component to a fighter having a successful career and embodying just being a fighter is that heart and that grit and will to not give up. Because you see all these guys where you see how their skills and how good they are, but it's like for some reason the third round they're a little gassing.
Yeah. When it gets hard,
when it
gets hard, I get better.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think that is such an important thing, and I don't think a lot of guys. I mean, I don't want to say they don't have it, but there's some guys that just have it, and that's where
It was really cool. I don't know if you watched the Keenan Lewis Anthony Romero fight just on Saturday.
Oh yeah.
Wow, that was another example of two guys. No quit in on
both dogs.
100%.
But man, Romero, he's just he's one of those fighters
Bully.
like the bully's a great nickname for him because he's mean, bro. Like he's mean and he's mean in there. Like I've trained with Romero a bunch. He's one of my boys, and how he trains is he trains super solid too. And I those are my boys. Like I'm an original Black House team guy, or a former now, but Juan Gomez and Anthony Morales, Albert Morales is one of my day ones, bro. I started with him, so that's my dog, and they're different, bro. They're not like I'm the same way. Like I'm not trying to go out there and like point fight you and like win on points and get a takedown. Oh God, I got my points and hold you down for a little bit and then all right, I won that round. No. There are no rounds. I honestly wish fighting was no rounds. Like you go and
old school UFC right there.
I mean, because essentially that's what a fight is. Who wins at the end, right? Like that's really.
Unfortunately, we have to have things regulated.
Yeah, totally.
I get it, but
totally. I wish it was, bro. If that was the case, like if there was no time, if fights were you just fight and there's no time limit and one person either quits or stops, I would be undefeated. Like I would be ridiculous. Yeah. Like my record would be.
Well, I think no one's going to beat you unless they can knock you out cold. Like
that's the only way,
right? Like,
that is the only way. You're not. That's literally the only way. And guys have gotten lucky. In the past, but not lucky. They trained and they're legit and they're and all the guys who have beaten me, like they're. Like I'm super cool with them, bro. They're awesome guys, and I'm like I'd never hold a grudge or anything like that. But because again, it's all on the night. Like you never know. Like I might beat this guy 9 times out of 10, but just on that night, he just all his hard work just paid off.
Talking about just great. Like
that's what makes it
zig when you should have zagged. Boom, it's over. It happens like.
No, we see that.
Yeah, you guys see enough of it.
So who's going to be in your corner for your fight, bro?
My corner, I'll definitely have T Ferg. I'll have Tony Ferguson in my corner.
Shout out to Tony Ferguson getting that win.
Yeah, so happy.
The world is healing. The anime, the world is It's funny. Like I'm gonna post something later. It's like him like winning, and it's like life after Tony Ferguson. Gets a win back, and it's just like flowers and like classical music.
A lot of social media was happy. I mean, when I saw that, like you just look at comments.
He's a freaking legend. You know what I mean? He really, really is. He's done so much for the sport. I just feel, it's going on that skid is just such a bummer. So just to see him get this win, I'm sure it meant the world to him to just
talk
get
about
back
perseverance, bro. Like what I'm saying, like that's why I feel like we kind of vibe and click because there's no quitting us, and we're I feel like when you like we're all different animals, right? And when you see an animal that you're like, hey, you look like me, I'm gonna go hang out. Like let's go do this because you look like me. Like I see the animal that's in him, and we're very similar. Like we fight similarly. We have the similar mindset, and everything. He's a great father too. He's like a really. It's probably the number one thing I think I respect about him.
Wasn't that the most important thing in life, right?
Yeah, he's a great dad. Yeah, and he's gonna be in my corner. So we've been working, and man, I'm just so happy that he got that win, bro. Because imagine, bro, like losing badly for. Bro, 6 years. And bro, mind you, you're working your tail off, right? To try to get these wins. And it's just not the result you want. For years.
And then if he would have lost to like a YouTuber / influencer would have been a little tough on that.
That's why the pressure.
But I think the pressure for Tony's bigger too. Like he's a legend and he's held to just a different standard than everyone else too, right?
Yep.
And the ridicule and this and that. So I'm so happy.
Nobody thought he was 5-1 underdog, but man, just like I don't know if you guys like read through some of the comments on the stuff. It was
He was
like
a 5-1 underdog in his last fight.
Yeah, bro. Nobody.
Why do we know about that? That's like what. And listen, I think
Nobody
it's
had
crazy.
him
I saw
win.
some table. The other guy didn't look bad. Like, but at the end of the day, he had some like boxing skills, not crazy good. Don't get me wrong.
Saul Bobby can actually seriously box.
No,
bro.
he has some boxing,
good.
like-
he's really good. Actually, I was super impressed.
No, I'll call him good. But like, okay, when you're talking about Tony Ferguson and Tommy Aaron, guys have live and breathe the fucking fight game. You're like, but he had some skill, so it's like,
yeah. But see the skill, like, in fighting, like you can be. It's funny. Like I know guys who are just hound dogs, and they're in really good shape too, and they're not. Their skills like. Yeah. But bro, then I know some guys that are like so skilled, super athletes.
Yeah.
Just they look the part, eight pack. And then I know the dude's got like a little bit of a belly and but just as a dog and not as skilled as that other guy, but he beats that guy. He beats the skilled guy
it's
up.
a key component. It's what we talk about, man. It's a key component.
Some people are true fighters at heart, right? It's in their DNA. And so you can have all these skills, this and that, but if you don't have the fight in your heart.
No, you have to have that will.
I've seen so many athletes who look so good hitting the bag, this and that.
Yeah.
But the second they get in the cage and they're tested and they take a shot, it's out the door.
Oh, 100%. It's crazy. It's actually crazy. Like sometimes I even kind of like mess around. Like I'll be like hitting pads, just like kind of looking whack on purpose because you know what I mean? And because man, it doesn't even really, it's funny. Like training for fights, like you could do all the hard sparring and do all the mitt work and the bag work and do everything that you're supposed to do. And then you get in the fight with another guy and it's like, it almost doesn't even translate. It's so strange. It's like, how do you get ready and how do you get better at fighting? It's not by sparring. It's you actually, that's why a lot of amateur guys are like, oh, I'm not ready. I'm like, bro, you're not going to be ready. Like you're going to be tired extremely fast. Like, yeah, you can work out for 2, 3, 4 hours, do all the hit classes and everything. Bro, 1 minute in your fight, you're going to be tired.
Yep.
You're going to have to learn. You're going to have to dig deep. Do you have it in you or do you not? And you're going to find that out in the fight. You're not going to find that out really. Of course, you can test it, stress test it, and you can learn little things like in some sparring and hard sparring and stuff. But you're really gonna know in the fight. That's why I tell you, like, you get better at fighting by fighting, bro.
I think that's one of the challenges Ryan faces too, because he does all the matchmaking for the rising stars, right? People that wanting to fight cans or easy matchups, and where he really works hard to make very competitive fights. Because if you do that, you're doing that person a disservice,
especially in the amateurs.
Unless you just want a social media like presence, right?
Our Rising Stars flyweight champion right now just defended his title and won sick
convincingly,
in the first round versus a good top prospect also.
Yeah.
Since his first fight with us, I think he was like 0-2 or something. He fought like a 3-1 guy, but I made the fight because I knew, even though he was 0-2, he had skill level. His whole journey, he's been fighting good, not like where he was ever outmatched. Went on a win streak, but now
tough guys.
Some guys are 5-0, not even close to this guy or the closest experience he has. He's like 4-4 now. Yeah. Fought all the best guys, now on a really, really good win streak, and it's probably ready to go pro. But you look at the guys that are 6-0 wanting to choose cans.
Yeah.
You haven't, like, you got to get in there and fight, right? But you got to get good experience. If you're going in there to fight the mailman, you're not getting it besides a highlight that you could add to your Instagram. You know,
100%.
Yeah. So we're talking about Jose Hernandez, and the thing about Jose now too, Tommy, like we see in him, you see that confidence. He's battle tested. He's been there. Yeah. He's real. Yeah. He's not fake.
Yeah, he's a real fighter.
A real champion.
Eventually that test is going to come. So like, I get this is bigger in boxing, but trying to build your record to get to the UFC or whatever it is. Yeah. Totally understand that. But you got to face that a couple times before you can't be tested with the first time when it's your biggest opportunity. Yeah.
It's like that in MMA too, unfortunately, now.
No, it's changing even a lot more now because records mean more.
Like if you have like
2 losses.
Like even me being like, I'm 13-9. Like I don't want to like down, but like, and I'm 30 now, right? So like what are the chances of me being in the UFC now?
Yeah. Yep.
Not
you never
awesome,
know,
bro.
though. But
you never know. But it's not.
But on paper, right? It sucks.
Yeah,
because it shouldn't be that. It should be the
like
athletes that best deserve skill based and who are going to entertain the fans. Are the ones that should get those.
And
opportunities.
there's nobody who entertains the fans like your boy right here.
My intro said you've never been in a boring fight. I know.
Listen, when George made the and shout out to George, right? He never, he drives me crazy sometimes, but he never ceases to amaze me. Like if you look at the lineup for October 11th, stacked card. And when he told us about you versus Albert. Man, I love that fight.
Yeah,
me too.
And I really like the fight too. And like all respect to Albert, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know, for taking the fight.
It's a dangerous fight.
Oh yeah, for sure. Both sides. Again, it's a fight, bro. Anything. That's what makes it so exciting. Anything can happen.
But
you know what I mean?
Shout out to both of you guys truly taking very tough, dangerous matchups.
Yeah, I've always I think maybe he's not as used to it as me, but I've always been doing it. So it's like just another day for me taking.
Like Tommy wouldn't take a fight unless it was exciting and
it's got to be. If I can't die, then I'm not taking it.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah. I love it. And shout out to Rubio, right? Because I think at the end of the day, like his support of your journey and these other fighters, it's just really awesome. What he
does, like Fight Night Customs, it's definitely on the come up. I just feel like, bro, I've always had issues like in the past, like getting stuff done, like in timely too. Like, bro, he will get everything done in like a day for you. Like my boy T Ferg was like, man, I need to get a social crew hat. And I need like a shirt and everything. And he's like, man, but there's nobody that can do it because, bro, my flight leaves in like, I think it leaves in like 8 hours or something like that. and I go
call Fight Night Customs, baby.
And I go wait, and it was like Fight Night Customs, Jose Rubio. And I went and I called Jose. I'm like, Jose, could you, bro? This is ridiculous to ask you, and I'm like kind of a dick for asking you to do this. Like I think it was his day off too. He wasn't even in his office, and I was like, can you make like a social crew hat and a hoodie and this and that, like, you know, I don't even know if you have their materials or anything because a lot of times you got to order like the sweats and bro, and he had it done in like all like custom printed, like brand new sick stuff. Like he had it done in like, what was it? 2 hours, 3 hours. And I got it. I drove it over to T and Tony was like, man, this guy's legit, bro. Like he's a hustler.
No, I love him. And what I love about him is he cares about the athletes. Again, he's not just producing merch.
He's cornered me before.
He cares. Well, he wants to give the athletes with quality merch, right? Totally. To promote them. And that's why like we vibe with him so much because he's like-minded. So. Yeah.
And he's super, you know, he
reasonable.
Like, bro, he made me a hat one time, a BKB hat. And it had like, it was like dope. It was like the stitch, but there was like a little tiny stitch that like didn't come right. It was like, you couldn't even see it. I was like, where is it? He had to like point it out to me. And he's like, oh, and he like threw it away. And I was like, no, give me that. I'm like, give me that. I put the hat back on. I'm like, no, I'm taking this hat. Like he's a perfectionist. So he wants everything done properly with care. And no, he's the man, bro. He's the man.
Yeah, much love to him. Well, we're really looking forward to seeing you on October 11th.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this is a great sit down. I feel like I think we should do another one, to be honest with you, because I just feel like we only skimmed the surface with you, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Been sitting here for over an hour, and it's just like
time's flying.
Like there's more I want to talk about.
This is definitely one of my favorite episodes, to be honest.
No,
but I do feel like we could go another hour and unpack some more things.
Listen, let's do it again after October 11th, man. Yeah, and then maybe, I mean, I don't know what your journey is going to look like after October 11th. I know you're doing bare knuckle, you're doing some other things, but whatever we can do to kind of highlight that journey, man.
Well, yeah, no, I'm giving my hands a little extra time. I'll get back to bare knuckle next year, I'm sure. But
we'd love to just.
But you guys are going to be my MMA. You guys are my MMA guys.
Listen, I need to take this guy, you know, get him out of the house sometimes. Maybe your next bare knuckle fight will come watch it live.
Yeah, wherever that'd be sick. Yeah, I think they're going all over, bro. Like I know they're fighting in England. I think it's today, actually. And then, so it could be international. We have no idea.
Well, I got my passport, bro.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
there we go.
Could do it.
Oh, you'd love it, bro. They're fun. They're fun. You guys know how fun fights are. If your boy's in it, it's gonna be fun.
No, that's what we're saying. If you're the burger,
come in, bro. Well, Tommy, I don't know. Do you like when people wish you luck, or no? Is that bullshit or good skill or what? What should we be saying?
You just say, man, may the best man win on the night, and good luck, good skill. I love good skill. Like and even me, like I wish to fight the best Albert that I can possibly fight. Cause man, like my armor, like I don't want to retire my armor and it be like all shiny and like, you know, like I want to retire my armor like there's dinks, there's dings. It's all like, you know, it's not shiny, it's silver anymore. It looks like it's like rusted, and like I want it to be worked, you know, and
battle tested.
And I am battle tested. I've had a lot of fights. I've had a lot of bare knuckle fights. I've had a lot of MMA fights, amateur. Going back to the amateur days, and I just want to test myself against the best possible guys. I'll never want to fight. You're never gonna, like George, the matchmaker is never gonna, like if there's a guy who I think is like a can, like I ain't fighting them. Like I want to fight the guys who are gonna test my mettle. You know what I mean? Yeah, I could fight a couple cans here and get in and build my record, but like then I'm gonna retire. I'm not gonna feel like I'm gonna feel like I cheated myself and I cheated the camp, and it's like, because honestly, like there's a lot of these guys who fight, like I don't want to call them cans, but guys who, like, I don't even have to train. I don't have to train at all.
Yeah, I
don't even have to train. I can just show up and smash these guys quick, you know. But like with a real warrior like Albert, and I'm ready, and I'm happy that I have a real challenge, you know. So, and it makes me more happy, more excited to have to, like I have to put in the work, because if I don't, it might not be an awesome night for me. You know what I mean? So yeah, all respect to him, and may the best man win on that night, and just show up as well. Because a lot of times it's like, oh, just show up, be on weight, be professional.
Yeah, not here. Well, I hope you guys both come in as healthy shape as possible.
Yeah.
No injuries, all that stuff. And for us, selfishly, you guys put on a great fight for the fans, so the fans are going crazy.
Oh, there's no way.
There's no doubt in my mind on that one.
There's no. Are we main event?
Yes, I believe so.
It's like a triple header with 3 title fights, but I believe you guys are going to be the key.
Well, on that graphic, you're at the top, bro.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
It's gonna be a, like, for sure, like all my fights, bro. Like I don't even. I have like so many. I have like 8 or 9 fight of the night awards or something.
Yeah, look
like
at that. You're at that top.
Knockout of the night. Yeah, there we go. No, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool, man. Is Albert? Do you know if Morales on the card too?
No, Albert's not on the card.
Oh no, okay.
No.
Got you.
George, maybe something.
I love that fool. I just love that fool. So I always try to be on card with him.
Yeah. No,
And
he's
then-
awesome.
I know who else is Cortez? No, Cortez. On the
Nah,
card?
Cortez isn't.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think he wants to be on this card.
Yeah.
So we'll see. What
Everybody
we can do.
wants to be on this card when
No,
their
it's-
boys on it.
Well, no, I mean, you have to. It's one of the biggest cards in California history. I mean, when
Is it
you
really?
look
Yeah,
at,
sick.
and again, there's other pros. It's pretty damn stacked, if you ask me, top talent.
Yeah,
So-
no, for sure. It's gonna be one of our best cards ever.
It's gonna be sick for sure. I can't wait.
All right, Tommy.
Thank you guys.
Good skill. October 11th.
Good skill,
Thanks for sitting down with us,
Tommy.
brother.
My man.